Still having some problems with the Little Mermaid. This thing is cruising to 3 million dislikes. It'll probably hit it by the end of the week. Things are going a little bit slower for it now. The first couple of days that it came out, it shot to 2 million, and now it's just kind of slowly getting there. And like I said in a previous video, the reason this is funny is because people can't even see the dislike button. You have to have an extension in your browser to even see this. So most people are just disliking it because they don't like it. It's finally hit 1 million likes too, by the way. 21 million views. This is bad. Disney's not been making very good decisions lately. Look at all the Marvel stuff. You look at this. Clearly, in my opinion, their entertainment division is kind of on a downward trend. And they really need that entertainment division to do well to help keep the brand popular. Disney needs a popular brand so that people go to the parks, where they make the majority of their money. Most of their money is made from their parks, and they're not very nice. They're dated, kind of dirty. I did a video last week going over people talking about broken down rides and their overall impressions of the park. Not very positive. And that's bad. Like I've said before, the majority of the money that Disney makes is from their parks. As long as people go to the parks, they'll be okay, despite what they put out on television and in theaters. As long as their parks make money, nothing's going to change for them. However, that experience of the most magical place on earth that they put out there might change soon. This is from Pirates and Princesses, and they make a pretty good argument here about how Disney is not doing so well. Walt Disney World poll shows 92.6% believe park is too expensive and 68.3% believe magic is gone. Now, if the Disney theme parks lose money, Disney is done. Everything depends on magic being in these walls. And when you take a poll and report that self-described Disney World enthusiasts, this is a poll among their top visitors. These are enthusiasts. They love the parks. And these people are saying the magic is gone. That's bad. A lot of this has to do with inflation and the cost, the rising costs that surround going here, because Disney keeps raising the prices on these parks. So listen to this, because I thought this was pretty interesting. A recent poll conducted about Walt Disney World has led to some rather high numbers that the Walt Disney Company might want to take note of. The dissatisfaction around Walt Disney World keeps growing even quicker than the prices are increasing. This poll is important because it is conducted on actual park fans, the guests that Disney banks on visiting the parks. According to Time to Play, they polled 1,900 self-described Disney World enthusiasts about their feelings on the rising costs of a trip to Disney World, and if cash grabs, profit-boosting gimmicks like Genie Plus have impacted their thoughts on the resort. So Genie Plus is like kind of like a fast pass, except you can't use it. You can't use it all the time, from what I understand. It's really confusing, but there's Genie Plus, and then there's individual Lightning Lane entries. These are like fast passes. Basically, they get you around the main line. You can kind of cut right to the front. So they're expensive. At some theme parks, they are really worth getting, but they're for everything. Usually have like two options. One that's a little bit cheaper, where it includes the majority of the rides in a park, and then there's one that will include like the super popular rides and the newer ones. But they're usually expensive. Like the price of a ticket, a normal ticket usually But they're kind of worth it because then you don't have to spend all the day in line. But it's becoming so bad at Disney World that you kind of need those fast passes, and they're jacking the prices up on them and making them really confusing, and they're not an overall very good package. They're basically trying to make it so you have to buy a fast pass for each ride. It's ridiculous and expensive. I think I'm explaining that right. I'm not really up to date on what Disney does. I just have read a lot of reports about the price increasing. Like if you want to take a family of 4 there, you are going to spend a lot of money. And most people have about 2 kids. So a family of 4, I believe probably the average. I'm not 100% sure on that, at least for Americans. Could be more, could be less. I'm not sure. But I'm thinking of a family of 4 here, and them going to this park is expensive. You're talking thousands of dollars between hotels, food, and going to the park itself. According to Time to Play, apparently, the answers seem to strongly indicate that people are getting fed up with the most magical place on Earth. Here's a little graphic they put out. According to the poll, the findings indicate the following. 92.6% believe the cost of Walt Disney World vacation is not out of reach for the average families. 68.3% believe that rampant price increases will make it feel like Walt Disney World has lost its magic. That's a big one. The magic around the brand is essential for these parks. And if they lose that magic, it's going to destroy Disney. 66.9% feel that if they don't upgrade to Genie Plus and purchase additional individual Lightning Lane entries, they won't get the full Walt Disney World experience. So you have to buy Disney Plus, and then you still have to buy Lightning Lane entries. Like, that's a big cost. 48.3% have postponed a Walt Disney trip in recent years due to price increases. 35.7% is the expected increase to prices that Walt Disney World veterans expect to pay since their last trip. So this is not good for Disney. And they keep jacking up the prices. They're going to jack up the prices again next year and the year after that. And they're basically sending themselves into a downward spiral. They make a lot of good points in here about how, 51 years ago, a family could have went to the park for $56, which is about $409 today. That's not, for a family of 4, right? $409 for a vacation. That's not that bad. That's a vacation is going to cost you money. But today, a family of 4 would need to spend up to $2,500 for the same experience. And that's awful. You could go to much better places for $2,500. So, keep doing this stuff, Disney. You're killing yourself with this. And, I'm just here to laugh because I think Disney is an awful company. There's so many better theme parks you could go to than Disney. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.